All right, we're here with Coach Danny Bragg, the head coach of the West Sabine Tigers. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing fine. How about you, sir?
I'm doing well. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about last season. A 4-7 overall record, 2-4 in district, made it to the bi-district round of the playoffs. Talk to me a little bit about last year and kind of your thoughts on last season.
Well, I mean, our record, like you said, was 4-7. I hate to say this, but we easily could have been 8-2. Minus Garrison and Timpson. We're going to beat them last year. Every other game, we at least had the lead at halftime or in the second half, and we just couldn't finish. So credit to the other teams for playing four quarters. And us, that's something we had to work on, focus on this offseason. It's playing four complete quarters. Game's not won at halftime. You got to play four quarters. The whole game, and hopefully we learned a little bit over that. We took some whoopings that that probably shouldn't have, but just not finishing the ball game hurt us several times last year though.
And this year we had realignment, so you got a brand new district to play with this year, and lots of interesting teams in there. What are your thoughts on this district, and kind of how do you think it'll shake out?
Well, we're not had to play against Terry Bussey anymore, so that definitely made it a little bit easier. Just such a great athlete. Obviously, Timpson was 16-0 last year, and then you had Garrison last year, who easily, if they weren't in the same district and region, probably would have played Timpson again in the state championship game. I mean, that's how talented that district was. So I mean, there's no secret that the district is not going to be nearly as competitive. I mean, it'll still be competitive. There's some tough schools down there, in the new division, but it will not be as talented as the district we just came out of. There was 5 to 6 really solid teams in there that probably could have made the playoffs in most other districts, but it was that competitive every week. So it was a lot of fun for the fans, I guess. I got to see it, but a little stressful for the coaching side of it. But it was a lot of good football played in that district last year that we was in.
Well, and you brought up Terry Bussey. I want to ask you a quick question about him being now that you had to coach against him and kind of see him in action. What are your thoughts on his abilities at the next level, at the collegiate level?
I think he's going to step right in and just continue where he left off at. He was a young kid anyway when he graduated, only at 17. But and all that is not only just a football player, just a great kid. I mean, at the end of our game, we had all kinds of kids, mine included, lined up to take pictures with him, and he sat there and just kept taking picture after picture after picture. And the coach finally came and said, Terry, we got to go. So just a great kid, and we're rooting for him too, to show that kids at this level can make it to the next level. It's a little harder, coming from smaller schools, but you still got 11 guys on each side of the ball. If you put the work in, and you got to have some God-given talent that you can make it to the next level. So he's a good role model for everybody, for the future. So just a great kid.
And I like how you brought that up too, is in these college scouts and recruiters, they're going to find you. If you're talented, it doesn't matter. You're playing right. 2A, D2 or 6A. It doesn't matter. If you're talented enough, they will find you. So
that is correct. We tell them that all the time. It's maybe a little bit harder if you put the work in and you produce. Yeah, they will find you. Correct.
Yeah, they're not gonna leave any stone unturned to get to that.
Yes,
but let's talk about this upcoming season. So you got 7 starters coming back on offense, 9 starters returning on defense. A playoff team a year ago. What are your expectations this year, and your thoughts on this upcoming season?
Well, I mean, we obviously I want to win a state championship every year. It's tough though. We're in Region 3 with Mart Panthers. Anybody that the smaller level that they know Mart. So we're telling the kids, if you want to win, it's got to go through Mart. They're going to be just as talented as anybody in the state. So we know it's got to go through them. And we got a big class coming back. We got 16, I think, seniors returning. Several of them have played. I got 2 of them that have started for all 4 years now, and they got a lot of playing time as sophomores. So very experienced class. I mean, they've played a lot of football, at the varsity level. So we're looking forward to seeing what they can do, in this new district. And it's going to be tough too. You got the Deweyville Pirates, so Coach Prowse does a great job down there. Them kids they're going to fight. They may not pass necessarily the eyeball test, doing this, running that, but they're going to play hard-nosed football, and they'll be tough to beat. And the other schools, nobody going to lay it down. You still got to play football and come out and play hard for the 48 minutes. So we try to finish the game. But I'm expecting a great year for this group, no doubt.
All right, Coach Bragg. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and talking to us today. Best of luck this season to you and the Tigers, and we'll talk to you throughout the year and down the road.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right.